Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, folks, into the action we go today. Volume extremely light, partially due to the fact that the NASDAQ is halted right now. Any security that trades on the NASDAQ is not trading. It hasn't traded for almost 2 hours. There's no real world word as of now when they are going to reopen. But you could look at stocks like Apple. Interestingly enough, Apple dumped out just before the halt and has since then, since really right around 12 o'clock, right after 12 o'clock, the halt went in, and now it's about 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. But in any case, guys, what can you say here? Market doesn't really care too much. I think it's very, very shady. If you think about it in terms of, you could make jokes. Well, first of all, you have to make the serious points, which are, was this a hacking? What's going on here? Is it institutionally biased, meaning that, the high-frequency trading programs would be going nuts right now if some avenues were open but not others. So are they shutting it down to keep the institution safe while the little guy, is really just stuck and whatever happens, and he probably won't be able to get out as fast right away? I mean, all those are possibilities. But right now, the S&P is kind of just hovering right around the highs of the day. Good snapback rally from yesterday. We're hovering right underneath the highs from yesterday, again, as you can see. Some of the jokes you could make, market's been selling lately in the end of the day period. So one easy way to stop that, halt the market. I mean, I could make tons of jokes here, guys. I mean, trading glitches galore. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of silly, but we'll see if it erodes any confidence out there. I know as a trader, I'm not too concerned about it because I'm a trader. I'm not really sitting in much in terms of positions, but I think if you're an institution who has a lot of open positions, you're probably a little concerned. I would think. I would think that would be a valid concern out there, absolutely. So that's what we have going on here. Spiders, again, we had a little bit of a dip after the halt because people were just a little bit nervous, but they were able to bring it back up. You got to wonder if Ben Bernanke's out there with his plunge protection team just making sure nothing happens. I would assume that if they do reopen this today, then Bernanke will be there to support it just in case it starts to crash down. What else? Well, I think at this stage, you have to look at this and say, what does this mean going forward? I mean, does this affect anything? Is there some bigger issue here that could cause selling in the markets over the next few days? I mean, if we close where we are right here, you have to go into the next few days mostly on a bullish bias based on we're closing again at yesterday's highs after a good reversal from yesterday's lows into the close. But the only catch here is you have to say to yourself, well, does this trading halt turn out to be something bigger? I mean, what if this was a hacking and, there are major issues and major open areas where they can really affect the markets? I mean, it's going to erode people wanting to be involved in the market. So, in any case, guys, again, just scanning through a couple other charts that have been halted for most of the day here, or at least the afternoon session. Google's been halted. I mean, anything that trades on the NASDAQ, you can see, again, the dots mean that there's no volume, no trading going on there. That's Baidu, BIDU, Amazon's another one. I mean, anything, again, that trades on the NASDAQ's been halted. So, that's where we sit right now, folks. Again, the one thing I would just like to point out is that they're talking about possibly reopening this market around 2:45 p.m. I would say if they can't open it by then, they probably shouldn't open it. So I think the worst scenario for these guys would be to open it at like 3:30 or 3:40 because then everyone's going to run for the exits into the close, not wanting to hold overnight in case there's an issue tomorrow. If they can open it before 3, I think that's enough time to get this market kind of situated and probably everything back to normal by the close. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's about it for the market here. Again, there's really not just much to discuss. I gave out a long play yesterday. Actually, I gave out a couple long plays in this very video. I think we should go over them. One was Chevron. Chevron was a no-brainer. All right, I gave you guys, and these are free ones I gave out on the free video, but I said, listen, you got the green trend line in the 200, buy it. Look at the bounce today. I mean, pure genius right there. That's PPT Methodology 101. The other stock was Dry Ships, which currently is halted, but Dry Ships, again, guys, up 12 cents. We saw a block buy yesterday, a huge block buy go off of 7+ million shares. That's about $15 million worth of shares bought. What I thought was so interesting is that today we saw an upgrade. So you have to wonder again. We always talk about the shadiness of Wall Street in these videos, and you have to wonder, right? Who knew that it was going to get upgraded today? $275 price target with an outperform rating by Imperial Capital, I think it was. But you look at this here, 7 million shares or so, $15 million worth of stock, and then miraculously today they get upgraded. I don't think I haven't heard anything about anyone looking into it, but if I was the SEC, how could you not look into that? I mean, that just seems all of a sudden ran a random huge, buy of a huge amount of shares like that. So listen, do I care necessarily? No. Why? Because we saw this happen live and we bought it and made money. Many members sold this morning at the highs of the day. I actually think it's going to go higher. You have a good chance of a breakout on the daily chart here above this trend line, and once that happens, this thing is going to go probably to $3 or so. So I mean, we're fine. We're going to make money. If you know what you're doing in this market, you're making money. But you still have to think that it definitely, at least for anyone who found this out, or maybe it was in Imperial Capital themselves. I don't know. I mean, again, I don't really know. But that is a very shady action to buy that many shares and then miraculously today get an upgrade like that on DRYS. All right. Aside from that, any new charts that I like? Well, I still like Exxon. Exxon's having a good day, up 66 cents. This stock is into a huge amount of support down here, just like Chevron. So those are two of my favorites. What I think is interesting about JPM is bouncing and is back above this trend line. This is your master trend line. All right, we closed below it yesterday, but you never confirmed. If you know the in the money stocks proprietary signal confirmation, then you know that it's not a true breakdown until you confirm. And sure enough, they're rescuing it. A lot of amateurs get fooled on this. They think it's closed below, so it's a breakdown, and then you go short, and then ultimately it bounces and stops them out. And that's really what happened today with a good reversal. And again, if you don't have confirmation, once you have confirmation, 9 out of 10 times it is a true breakdown. When you don't have confirmation, it's about a 50-50. So I'd much rather have a 90% chance of making money than 50-50. I think we all would. All right, guys, I'm going to get back to watching this market to see if the NASDAQ opens. Again, rumors are it's possibly opening at 245, but really, again, it's still up in the air. If it does, be interesting to see how the trading goes. I'll cover it in the nightly video tonight, and we'll cover whatever's going on in this market. I'll give out more trade alerts. I gave out another one last night in the research center. Come take the 7-day free trial. Get amazing trades, folks. I mean, these trades just continue to bank money for us, and this is what it's all about. All right, have a great afternoon, great evening. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com.